Now, in this little tutorial that I will do for you, let's just make the page bigger so it's easy to see. Now, on the right hand side, like I said before, you can see the HTML document. So obviously, as we all know, all websites, the main coding language that is used is HTML. And alongside that, you always have the style sheet, known as CSS. And over here, you can see that it's at the bottom of the page. However, if you click on the three dots here on the side, where you can, as you can see my cursor pointing towards it, you can choose your layout of the page, as in where you want this whole HTML document and the CSS document to be. So, you know, in how you feel and how you think you'll be able to work with it. You know, you can choose where you want this side of the page to be. So at the moment it's on the right hand side. So if I click on this, it says, obviously you can read it, it says top to bottom. So if I click on that, you can see that it's all at the bottom now, with the CSS over here on the side. So you can, you know, use the arrows to point if you want it to be however you feel like. If you want it to be this size, if you want it a bit bigger, if you want it to be like more or less the same, you know, suiting how you feel, what's best for you, and what you'll be able to read, you can set the page as to however you feel. So above is the website itself on Google Chrome, and this is like the behind the scenes, as you can see, where all the coding happens. And so obviously that's at the bottom. And then if you want to change it again, you know, you can put it on the left hand side, as you can see over here. So here's the HTML, the actual Google Chrome website. Here's here's the HTML, here's the website, and this is the CSS. And again, if you want to do it into a separate window, so the HTML is on one side, and then one second. The web page is on the other. So for me, I think I'm just going to leave it onto the right hand side, where I can see everything, instead of doing it on separate windows at the bottom. I just feel like, for me, I feel this is easier, but obviously you guys can do it as however you feel. Now, if you look at this window over here, it says select an element in the page to inspect it. So this, it will allow you to see which code applies to which piece onto the website. So like you can see, I've highlighted this area, and I've highlighted this code, so I've selected it, and it shows me that it is this part of the code. So now that I've selected on, you know, because I selected it on the web page, cognitive text analysis, is come up here. So it shows it me. So if you know HTML, it shows me that it's a custom header, and you know, it's the unnotified theme, and it says notified container, everything, it just all comes up. So if you go deeper and deeper, it will show you everything. Right, so I've selected this, and obviously the code says that the left sidebar, which is clearly what's highlighted, so this is the left sidebar, that it should stay there, and you know, this is where the data will be, etc. So even whilst clicking it on here, you can see that it's highlighted up there, the code, where it says is the left sidebar, you know, JavaScript is used, and the sizing, so it's 164 by 2748 pixels. So that is the CSS of the page, as you can see below over here. So it's got the width, it's got the padding, like, you know, everything, however you want it to appear on the web page, it is set all over here. And obviously now the whole page is selected because I'm just going down and down, just showing you how everything is set to make a website or to use the Chrome developer tools. So like just by like you can even edit a piece of code whilst using Chrome. So you don't have to make a website, or you don't have to, you know, do something separate to be able to edit something. So this is like like a to go type of way to learn code. It's good practice. And whilst you're editing the code, you'll be able to see it on the web page itself. But I think I will show you how to edit a piece of code in the next tutorial. As I just believe that if I do small tutorials, it'll be easier to learn. And like this, you can just see how everything is done. So the next tutorial, I will show you how to edit a piece of code, change it around, etc. But bearing in mind, even though I am changing the code from the HTML over here, it doesn't necessarily mean that the whole web page is changed. This is just on your own browser, where you can see the changes made, but they aren't saved. It's just a way for you to learn how to code and how to get familiar with the Chrome developer tools.